Yo, yo, yo. What's good, man? This is your boy at DFSMasterMind _ over on Twitter, man. Thank you for clicking on the video. I know y'all are tripping. Y'all like, did he post a video? Is he catfishing? I'm not, man. I'm back, man. I'm about to get you a lineup for today's NFL slate. I have been gone, man. Gone, ghost. I am patiently awaiting the arrival of this little one, man. I got a newborn on the way. I've been working day and night. You know how the song go. But anyways, man, enough of that, the small talk, enough of my personal life. We are here for DFS picks, and that's what I'm going to give you. Y'all know I love tournaments over GPPs. That's always a motto. I love single entries, just in case you didn't know. And I'm a one lineup type of guy. Now, we'll have to fluctuate a little bit because I will be playing early only, and then I got the main slate, so a couple of my plays will be a little different. I'm gonna try to cover a few of my top picks in each position. Without further ado, I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet, so let's hop into it, man. At the quarterback position, top four guys, man, all in great spots. We got Drew Brees, Wentz in that massive total. The highest total on the slate, not of the week. That Monday night is the really the late night hammer if you're playing season long. Massive total in that one. But for the slate, we got the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints at a 57 implied game total. So I think we can definitely look at these two quarterbacks, man. Myself personally, I will not have neither one of them. I have one receiver out of this game, and then I'm kind of going in a separate direction for the rest of these guys, but a lot of good options in that. Feel free to stack that one up. We all know common sense would tell you these are two great quarterbacks, really high implied total. So yeah, get you some exposure if you like that. And then Cameron Jarrell Newton, man. Oh my goodness. I'm really having a tough time because I picked another quarterback for my top QB slot, and it's a cheapie, man. And you guys are gonna be like, what is he talking about? I'll get there soon, man. But Jarrell Newton, excellent spot. I may use him for my early only now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, excellent spot going up against Detroit. We know Detroit, they have been terrible versus the run. They got Snacks Harrison, and a total flip-flop has happened with this team, man. They're giving up a lot of yardage in the air. Cameron Jarrell Newton is a running threat as well, so we could definitely look for him at 6,200. Great spot. And then last out of the big dogs, I would say will be Matt Ryan. I think he's in an excellent spot going up against Dallas. Both of these teams desperately need a W, so I look for Matt Ryan to bounce back going up against this Dallas defense. Excellent spot for him. Other guys that I really like, my guy Marcus Mariota going up against the Colts. We can take advantage of Colts defense. If you believe in Mariota, you can definitely plug him in. I had him last week. He did his job. I'm going to go away, man, because, my Titans homerism I could convince myself to play Mariota every week, even though that may not be the optimal way to win money, man. But I think he is in a pretty good spot this week. Moving on down, I think Dakota Prescott is in a great spot, man. Going up against Atlanta, they have a high school defense, man. They're bad. There's no other way to put it. But I have a running back out of that game. Ding, ding. Zeke Elliott, we know he's going to be chalk. I'm going to eat the chalk on this one, though. So I'm going to skip past Dak Prescott. Now we're getting down to close to my boy. It's getting scary. Last two guys I want to mention. Case Keenum is in a very similar situation that the quarterback that I picked will be in. They're big dogs in a game where the quarterbacks are going to have to throw the ball. That's what I look for, man. We have to make a serious note between actual football, like watching football, and DFS, man, because although we know Case Keenum may not be the greatest quarterback, for DFS purposes today, he's going to have to throw the ball a lot. So I think he's a good option, and a guy who I think is going to have a lot of people willing to take the risk is going to be Lamar Jackson. We know Flacco is out, but it just as well could be RG3 to get the start. We still don't know. We're still waiting news on that, but I think he's in an excellent spot if he gets the start. Lamar Jackson or RG3 could easily have 60 to 70 rushing yards. At the QB position, that is very valuable. You're going to go ahead and get 6 points off the rip just for their rushing, not to mention if they rush a touchdown in, and plus the throwing upside, man. So I think these guys are two solid options. But the guy I'm going with, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, is Derek Carr. It sounds stupid. I know. It sounds stupid, man. Derek Carr, he has nobody to throw to. Martavius Bryant is out. Jordy Nelson is out. Amari Cooper is on Dallas. Why would I go Derek Carr? Well, Arizona's not the greatest team. I believe they're fifth amongst the league in stopping the pass, which is another negative for Derek Carr. But like I said, I am a tournament player. This is what I do. I look for people who are at a super cheap value, and we know Derek Carr has the juice. This man could literally go out here and throw for 500 yards, 4 touchdowns, and everybody wouldn't be surprised, man, because he's done it before. This is the type of player he is. Very hit or miss. I think the person I picked last week, besides Mariota, I had Alex Smith. I don't see him doing worse than Alex Smith. And at 4,700, 15 fantasy points will not kill you at the QB position. I'm saving a lot of money, and that's not why I'm picking him. I think he's an extreme upside player. That's why I'm picking him. I want that big game. I know nobody will be on him going up against the Cardinals, man. And I truly don't believe that the Cardinals are capable of just blowing this team out, if that makes sense, because they've been in some situations where it looked like the Raiders have just given up, and I don't think this will be the case, man. So I want to go ahead and lock in Derek Carr. Now, I will not have any of his receivers, but I'll get to it. Y'all know, well, my tight end is going to be Jared Cook because I got to get some stacking action. But with these wide receivers, I don't know if it's going to be Seth Roberts. I don't know if it's going to be Aitman. I don't know, I don't know if they call somebody up from the practice squad, from the G League. I don't know what's going on with their wide receiver situation. But yeah, I will have Jared Cook. So I'm going to go ahead and throw him right in there just to get my stack going off correctly. So now it looks ugly, man, but look at how much money I'm saving. I'm able to do some really fantastic things. Moving on to running back, a lot of good options. I already told you about Zeke Elliott going up against Atlanta. I do believe he'll be very popular, but we all know play running backs versus Atlanta. This is a high school defense. Offense is phenomenal. My second running back, we're going to get a little cheap as well, because I'm saving up for my flex play, man. I gotta get somebody really awesome in there. Now, we're getting a lot of talk about Alex Collins, 4,400, very cheap. He has scored 4 touchdowns in the past 4 weeks. I think he's an okay option, man. I really do. I believe they're coming off the bye, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they are. So Alex Collins, hopefully, the whole time he was, on the bye week, they was just practicing, holding on to the ball, because that's the only thing that gets him in trouble. He fumbles a lot, and Harbaugh is a jerk, man. When a running back fumbles, he tries to be petty. He'd be like, look, you can't hold on to the ball. You can't run it. So we have to be mindful of that. But I do think he's an okay play. The guy I'm going with, I want to pivot. I want to go up $200 and land on Lamar Miller. He's coming off the bye as well. His last game out, Alfred Blue out-snapped him. Alfred Blue looked like a beast. But I think that was just a rest day for your boy Lamar. He still got a few carries. I think this week he's going to be set and ready to go. I think he has a big game. So I want to go ahead and lock in Lamar Miller. Moving on to wide receiver. Top dog today, I got to go Julio. He officially popped the cherry. He is not afraid to score anymore. I want to go with him. We all know what Julio is capable of, a beast of a receiver. And going up against this Dallas game, which should be a very competitive game, I want to make sure I have people on both sides. So I want to go ahead and sack him with Zeke Elliott. Moving on to wide receiver, I told you guys I had a wide receiver out of that Philly and New Orleans game. It's not going to be Alshon. I want to go down to my boy, Mr. Golden Tate. Now, Golden Tate was brand new on this team, man. You know, first week, he got 4 targets. That's fine. I think this week they make an assertive effort to get this man the ball. You don't go out and get a talent like Golden Tate not to use him. So I think he's going to be dominating in the slot. He's going to look like the old Doug Baldwin. Hey, and shout out to Doug Baldwin. He finally came through with a decent game. He's been letting me down in season long. But I think Golden Tate is in an excellent spot. I have to have some exposure to the highest scoring game. So my exposure will come through Golden Tate. Moving on to my third wide receiver. The guy I have is a little bit cheap. Some people may get afraid, but I think it's an excellent matchup, man. I want to go to my boy Christian Kirk, 4,700, man. Excellent spot for this young man. Oakland, like I said, their defense is not good. Arizona's offense is not the best, though, man. So I think this could turn into a sneaky shootout. And I want to have somebody on both sides, man. If I'm going and I'm brave enough to stack Derek Carr with my boy Jared Cook, man, I got to have some exposure to the other end. So I want to go ahead and lock Christian in. It could very well be a Larry Fitzgerald game, but as we see, he's getting the targets. He has a rapport with the rookie Rosen, so I want to go ahead and lock him up. I think he is a big play threat. And yeah, that's my last receiver. Moving on to defense, I'm going to give you my defense first. Everybody and a mama is talking about the Cardinals defense. Like I said, Cardinals defense, very solid, man. Very solid. I'm not oblivious. I'm not acting like the Cardinals defense is not good, because they are. But I got Derek Carr, man. I got a feeling, you know, it's going to be a Carr week, man. So I want to skip past them. I want to go down a little bit and get you the Titans defense. Could be a little bit of homerism. Now, I know Andrew Luck has been on fire, man. We know this. We know Luck has been killing, throwing to all his tight ends. But the Titans rank number 1 when it comes to slowing down tight ends. The only thing I have to really stress about and worry about is T.Y. Hilton on the outside, Malcolm Butler. Everybody has been slandering my man's name, but he makes me a little nervous because he hasn't been playing like the old Malcolm Butler. But with all that being said, man, I think the Titans defense can really squeeze up some sacks, man. I think we'll get to Andrew Luck, and I don't think this game turns into a shootout. Vegas has this game at like a 47 implied total. This is a division game. It's a must-win game for both of these teams. I think the defenses really show up and try to make their presence felt. And I love the Titans defense, man. Really solid group of guys. We've been getting pressure on everybody, man, and I don't think it's going to change when we go to Indianapolis. So I want to go ahead and lock up the Titans defense. Tighten up. Let's get it. Now, for my flex, no-brainer, man. Joe Mixon, I'm going to lock him in. We got RG3 or Lamar Jackson starting. Either one. I don't think this game turns into a shootout. So I think Joe Mixon is matchup proof in this one. We know he's going to be the workhorse. We're still waiting to see if AJ Green will play. They say he'll test his toe before the game. regardless of all that, man, Joe Mixon will be the featured offensive threat. So I gotta have him, man. Everybody's gonna be on Alex Collins. I'm gonna pay up a little bit and get some Joe Mixon. So there you have it, man. This is my lineup. This is what I'm running today. We got Derek Carr stacked with Jared Cook. We got Zeke Elliott, Lamar Miller coming off the bye. He's gonna be ready to work, man. 100-yard game for him. We got Julio, the man Jones, Christian Kirk with my Derek Carr stack. Golden Tate will show up today, man. He will have a huge game. You can count on it. This New Orleans defense has been shaky. They've been getting a lot better. I'm not gonna lie, a lot better. But you know, they're a little shaky, man. I still don't believe. I'm not a super believer. This game will turn into a shootout. So I want to have Golden Tate. Then we got tighten up defense and my boy Joe Mixon. There you have it, man. That's going to do it for me. I want y'all to bless up, cash out, and let's get to the green line.